Hi, welcome back to Barely D&D, your sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast. We are here to present you with engaging entertainment of sorts, because it's a sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast. This is Mika, not Craig, and someone else can take the mic now.
You still have 30 seconds to fill, Micah. You got to keep going. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Them's the rules.
That's the rules, Micah.
Them's the rules? It has to last for like a minute?
Yeah, a minute.
I am very proud of you for waiting until the countdown was done and not starting 2 seconds before so that the audience didn't come in on podcast. My name is Micah. That was pretty
That's
good.
called,
Does that
that's
happen?
called growth.
No, because we do like a countdown when we start recording, and our recording software also has a countdown. So like we do 3, 2, 1, and then we hit record and we start going, and then the podcast is like, all right, 3, 2, 1 and so there's like a 3-second delay.
I'm a people pleaser, and the podcast recording system is not a person, so it's like, why would I listen to that when there's a person talking to me?
Basically, the moral
I can't be disrespectful.
Is down with machines.
The moral of the story is that none of us can do math, and yet we chose a game that requires a lot of math.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a literal accountant with us, but yes.
Yeah, Micah.
Okay, nobody else can do math.
I'm starting to remember right now that Micah's an accountant.
And I can't add up my dice.
Micah is literally an accountant. She does spreadsheets.
I do count.
She does.
She do be
Sometimes.
accounting.
I
Just
account.
at the front of
That's not going to
at
sound
the
good.
front of a Chick-fil-A line, someone's like, "Yeah, can I get a 12-count nugget?" And you're just like, "Hey, I am," and they like look over the counter and you're like, "I'm doing spreadsheets." And you just have Excel open, but you're at the front just like, "Can I help you?" Jeez.
Gosh.
The balance sheet isn't even ready yet, and it's already day 5 of the close calendar. Excuse me.
And that was a joke for all of our accountants. So this is clearly Barely D&D, because I can't imagine what other podcast you could be listening to right now. Welcome back to the Accidental Adventures. We're in the 90s now. We are now in the 90s of episode. Isn't that crazy?
The campaign ends at episode 100. We all agreed on that at the beginning.
Wait,
so.
what?
Yeah, like we all
And
said.
I
we
got a
all
lot
signed
to
at the
get
beginning.
done then. That's
Like it's over at 100.
I want to say that's the 4th time Landon's made that joke where like we're in, like I'll say like it's crazy we're in the, and he'll be like it's ending next time.
I have never said that before. I have never said that before. I definitely have not.
Gaslight
I could be wrong.
gaslight the girl boss, the gatekeep.
Gatelight, gas
Mike is
boss, girl
broken.
keep.
Gate like gas boss girl keep. I want a shirt that says Gate like gas boss girl keep. Gate like gas boss girl keep.
Wait, what is it? I'm gonna type in the group chat. What is it?
Yeah,
What
I'm
is
writing
it?
I'm gonna write.
down.
Hold on, I have to stop everything to write that down right now. Somebody else can talk for a second. I don't know about
what is it though?
It's Gatelight,
Gatelight?
gas boss, girl keep.
Girl keep.
Gas boss. Oh my goodness!
Not
Wait,
gaslight. It's gas boss. Oh my gosh. Gatelight,
Oh
gas
my.
boss, girl keep.
Micah's thing says gate light gaslight.
Girl keep.
Girl light.
Gate light
Alright.
gaslight girl light. Okay, anyway, sorry listener, you probably want to podcast at some point. This is episode 92. Before we get into titles and all
92?
that stuff,
Yes.
Lando, I think
Really?
you have a Redditor question for us.
Landon's confused.
I don't want to do that question.
What?
You don't want to do that question anymore?
No, I thought it was a bad one. I just didn't want to tell y'all.
You're right. We never
while we
figured
were
out what
planning.
one we wanted to
Do
do.
you want to use a different? Okay, I have a
Probably,
question,
yeah.
but only if you
Okay.
guys want to use a different question.
Yes,
I
I,
want to
would
use a
like
different
to.
question. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
if I
sure.
have my math correct, I
Uh-oh.
think when
'Cause
we
you're an
release this
accountant.
episode, it'll be Christmas time. So
Oh,
if the fun guys,
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
if the fun guys all had a Christmas tree, what ornament would be your character's ornament on the tree?
We only get
Like,
one
what would-
ornament on our tree.
Well, everyone else gets one. You get 3.
Oh, you
because
mean
you're
it's like a
special.
tree? We have it like on the poor bet
and-
or something.
Uh-huh.
I got it.
If you guys had a personal ornament you're contributing, and who is the DM NPC?
Mm.
The turkey, Big Willie.
Big Willie it is. Big Willie.
No
it
one
is.
knows who Big Willie. That's here. By the way, Abby is
That's the
not with
turkey
us
who
today,
gets
you
it.
guys.
Yeah.
She's
Oh
not
yeah.
just
Also,
being
Abby's gone.
quiet.
We just had not acknowledged it. Abby's gone. She's
I
not
was
here.
like,
We made her
I was
promise
like,
not to
wait,
talk this episode.
I was
She's
like, why
here.
is
She
no
just-
one commenting on Big Willie? And I was like, I'm missing Abby.
Yeah, Big Willie.
He's the turkey that I kicked the butt of.
So we do you guys want Big Willie, or are you like, no, we want an NPC we know?
I don't know who that is.
It's the
So
turkey.
I would recommend choosing Spagoober again because I feel like he would love Christmas.
He would love Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would love Christmas.
Well, we will start with Jackie has a finger on the nose.
that means she goes first.
No,
wants
I
to go
know
It
it
first.
goes.
does mean she goes first. Jackie,
No, it doesn't. No,
what
it
would
doesn't.
Rose ornament be?
I'm only answering if I get to also make one up for Big Willie myself.
Do one? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
It would
do
be-
one
It
for
has to
both.
be one
It
of her
would-
three. She gets another one after that too.
It would
'cause
be a little like mafia symbol, but with like a turkey feather fist instead of like a
Oh, wow.
hand. I don't know. And then Rose would be like a nutcracker, but like play a nutcracker that's like playing a lute instead
Counter
of
argument. I think Big
What?
Willie's would be a lock of the hair of the bard he defeated, and then I think Rose would be an ornament that just says "I'm the alpha," but it's cracked. I think those would be the ornaments.
Okay, sure,
That's
I'll go with
art.
that.
That's art. That's art.
Kriag,
Throwing stars. That's the ornament. It's a weapon and it probably would hang well.
Craig is violently oscillating between emotional mess, like middle-aged man, and total weeb at all times. And it's so hard to know where he's gonna land.
Yeah, I totally believe that he like watches both Naruto and UFC like religiously.
He is better than this. He has grown beyond this. But back in the day, Craig definitely listened to the Joe Rogan podcast every week, like without question.
God.
Old
he,
Craig
Micah?
was
I'm actually
Huh?
curious.
Micah. That's
What?
your Micah.
What?
I asked if would he have listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, Micah?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Oh.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I have never listened to Joe Rogan, and I really don't know what his content is about.
Good
so
for you. That's
Yeah, that's a
okay.
good thing that
I
you
know
haven't
it's
listened
like
to his
not the
podcast.
best, but I don't know. I've never listened
Yeah,
to it. I don't know.
You're not missing a lot.
Unless Joe Rogan, you're listening right now. In case, thank you for listening. We love you. We appreciate it.
That's okay.
If you would, be
If
better
Joe
than
Rogan
you
is
are.
listening,
He's
I have
not
some
listening.
words.
Okay,
Let's go outside.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
feel
fight
that
our
strongly
listeners,
about him.
Jackie.
I'm
but
the
also,
alpha now.
you would not win that. You would not win that, Jackie. Lando, what would Bazz's ornament be?
money. He would just tie platinum pieces around the tree.
You know what? Kind of fits. Kind of fits.
Not in a
Everyone's like trying to
Scrooge
make it
McDuck
cute.
way, but in
No,
just
yeah,
like a oh, this is shiny, and I can put this up real quick, and he'd put it up and then
Well,
keep
and
doing something else.
everyone's trying to make it like sweet and self-representative, and Bazz is just practically like, I think Santa could use a dime. Okay, he
Yeah.
works hard. Let's compensate him properly.
Yes, fair
I'm an
wages.
accountant.
He's not an accountant. I'm not the accountant. One of us is an accountant, and it's not me.
Yeah,
think
but I
our
feel like Bazz
NPC
is the accountant of the group, even though he's
Yeah.
only known what money is for a few months.
Yeah, that's sad.
I feel like our
I would
NPC
pay-
for this week should be Abby's character, Gretta.
Well, I was gonna say, couldn't we like speculate because she's not an NPC, but couldn't we speculate like the little garlands of popcorn people put? I feel like Greta would have like saved up food pieces,
Yeah.
not popcorn, just moldy food pieces, and strung them
Oh,
and then
yeah.
used that as
Yeah.
Dang,
garland.
Jackie.
Yeah.
I love
Abby,
that
you
so
can
good.
like tear
That's
me
canon.
down
That's
if you
canon. That is so
disagree,
good. Canon.
but
No, that was such a good answer. Honestly, Abby, if you have an opinion on the matter, doesn't matter. Jackie just got it. So
I'm Greta now.
uh Oh, I had something I was gonna. Now I forgot.
Spagoober?
Yeah, but I.
Goober?
Yeah, I
Spagoober?
can't
He would do a
remember
little
anymore.
Corvette model, like a little mini Corvette. I feel like maybe
Oh, that's cute.
What?
he'd do like a little bitty
No,
model
I
of the
think
Corvette, but like Noah's
No,
Ark
I think
vibes. But
Spagoober.
Little baby.
I think Spagoober, like his, it would be something like really sentimental because he's all emotional with y'all. So I think it would have to. I think every year he would put on like a different, either something you all gave him like very flippantly and weren't thinking about, or like a little replica he'd made. So I think maybe he'd get a little rock and like tie string around it and put up, and that would be like the sending stone. And then the
Craig's
next
gonna
year,
put it in his mouth.
well,
You
we're
already
desperately trying to get in
know.
touch with Spagoober, bring the boat around, but the sending stone is tied up under the tree as a Christmas ornament. And he's like, I love my adventurers. We're like, Spagoober, bring the boat
That was
now.
a
We need
good
the boat.
Spagoober.
we're dying, and he's
He's
just
like,
sitting there
this
looking
is
at
for
the
my
tree like,
adventurer.
oh. I don't know how we haven't had a scene yet where everyone's like, "Where's the sending stone?" and Craig's just like got a lump in his mouth and he's just like, "Oh, what do I say?" We're sending stone, and Craig's just like, "Blah."
Oh, Craig would actually put coal, like give y'all coal, thinking it was like as like an
Like a
emotionally,
delicacy.
yeah, like hey, here's some
Delicacy.
coal.
Craig sucking
You
on
guys-
coal is Zachary eating
No,
raw
I
eggs.
never said he'd do that. He knows what coal is.
Oh,
But
my
in his
goodness.
culture, it means you were good this year.
I can't stress enough how much like the like licking rocks thing. That's not a Boston. It's not a dwarf. That's just Craig. It's just Craig. That's not a Boston thing.
I feel like
Anyway,
it's
we
like
should
someone
probably
was
start
like
playing
hazing
D&D at
him
some
when he
point.
first started working at the mines. And they're like, yeah, like you eat the rocks. And he just kind of
He's
carried it
He's
with
never
him.
never
stopped.
come around.
No,
Oh my
but someone
goodness.
hazing him was telling him that there's rock candy that grows in the mines. And that was the hazing, and it's just gone this far.
And he has never
Yeah.
caught on.
Mm-mm.
All right,
It was his
so
mom.
done.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Wait, can we say that if this tree was on the poor bet and Bazz kept putting platinum pieces, like Nom would be like taking
Yes.
them, and like
Really
Bazz would be like,
they're
"Where
off.
are they?" and keep putting them back on.
Why do
They're
my
definitely
ornaments?
regularly replaced with copper pieces for
Who's
sure.
taking my ornaments? I don't know what's going on.
We should
here.
definitely do like a holiday special at some point, but it's just role play. It's just like 30. That should be the next office hours. It's just like holiday role play. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's not even canon, and it's
love
just like a
that.
holiday party on the poor bet.
Why
That's
can't it
Anyway,
be
maybe not.
canon? Why can't we have a canon holiday role play
Because
moment?
There's not
Christmas isn't in
and
Zed.
Yallabrin.
They have
I mean,
festivities.
To be clear, Yallabrin has misogyny, not Christmas. That's a thing.
That's right.
Why can't we have Christmas in your made up world, Zach? Come on.
Because nobody died for our sins, and therefore nobody was born to die for our sins, Micah.
Anywho,
Everyone's going to hell because there's no sacrificial lamb.
Oh my
Surprise.
goodness!
Wow, Landon.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
Jeez.
I know.
Anyway,
right?
can you
Why
tell
isn't
which
there
one's like
salvation
dark
in your
here?
made-up world, Zachary?
Oh my goodness! Because we already have misogyny. Anyway, so this is episode 92 for the note taking nerds.
Oh, that's
Episode
think I wanna be a nerd.
92.
I think I want to
So
be a
92
nerd.
note-taking nerds.
Dude,
wanna be a
I
nerd.
really have to name Landon. I really have to name an episode that. That's really good. At some point when you guys find a big library or something, I have to name it episode,
a library.
112, note taking nerds or something. Of Fowl and Fox. And it's a level 10 adventure because y'all are level 10 now. Guys, this is crazy. In the 90s, level 10. Wild. The date is 3488. Police Bubber. Bioladron. 17.
17.
It is 1:19 p.m. And the day of the week is Maunech. Maonech. Which is basically like Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, me dudes. Are we wearing pink? Are we wearing pink?
You know, at work,
Craig is.
we have the front desk people for the internal medicine office that we share our like building with, wear pink every Wednesday, and it's really cute.
Really? Aw.
Mm-hmm. Torch of the Dunda.
What?
Let me.
What'd you say?
Which song do we want here?
So is this the next day after we fought the turkey and set up camp?
Who can say where the
What was Bazz
road
doing
goes?
during the last 2 episodes? Did you
What
have him
was
just like
Pike doing?
hanging out, walking around,
Y'all were
melancholy?
Yeah, he was just
silently?
like he was just doing druidic things nearby.
Yeah,
Cool, he
y'all
does
were
that
like
sometimes.
being cool in the trees. We were in the forest, and I decided to go fight some turkeys. And then Tello and Abby had some bet going about who would win in the turkey fight, and also if Gretta could convince Ro to think about liking Thespis. And then we set up camp, and Greta
A
healed
lot
me
happened.
because she can do that now. And that was where we left off.
Oh yeah, Greta's
we
a
were
cleric
chilling
again,
in the
if we didn't bring
forest.
that up.
Yeah, I know.
Greta's
That's
a
pretty
cleric again.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
No longer a level 10 Greta.
lots of
No
cool
longer
things
level 10.
happened, and
She's still level
then
10.
yeah.
So, to clarify everything by DMing, the I like hadn't
I'm-
talked yet, and you guys are like,
I'm
wait,
the
so what's
DM
going
now.
on? So fun guys. You are also, if anyone wants to get out their Zedge map, you guys can. And listener, if you're looking for maps, they are now on the Patreon. So we got all sorts of cool resources on the Patreon, including like a typed up version of the poem from last time, all sorts of stuff. But if you guys want to go to the Discord and look at the Zedge map, I think that's in Lauren reference, I want to say, unless we have a maps channel.
It's in Maps channel. I'm
Okay,
at it
good.
right now.
Sick.
the map. From the map.
Oh, we do have a map channel. Sick.
Whooshka.
So
Oh no, it's just whoosh. Never mind.
if you guys look in the upper right, there are deep woods of Yozg, and that is where you guys are currently. So you're just somewhere in that really thick wooded area in the northeast of the continent. And it is I have the desire to turn this music down ever so slightly, but I know if I start screwing with this thing, should I do it or do I just leave it alone?
I like it.
Nope.
Oh, it got louder. That's good. That's good.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm not
Woo.
touching anything. There we go. So you guys are in the deep wood. Just for the sake of moving on, it was very funny last time, but for the sake of moving on, the turkey fight has surpassed. Ro, your concussion has been relieved by Gretta's new clerical magics. For the sake of canon and roleplay, Gretta's going to be doing Greba clericy things all session.
With her new journal.
And you guys, yes, yeah, with her really cool magical journal. And you guys are just you guys are in the wood. And so to describe the deep wood for those who were not here previously, the deep wood is a very thick conifer forest. It's got a bunch of trees. They aren't junipers, but they look a whole lot like junipers. They have really thick, dense pine-like leaves, and they have these like kind of like hard, twisted trunks that go up like just kind of at slight angles, and they sort every tree twists slightly and leans to a side. None of them are just straight up and down. And they all have this sort of like ashy, dark gray bark, and all of their bark are in long strips. But there's like many thousands of them on each tree. They're like kind of thin and lay over each other. And the deep wood is very, very dense. But so there are trees like there are only slivers where you can see sky above, and the canopies connect with each other, and very little light penetrates down into the wood below. But the canopy is comparatively very low here. The trees are shorter. The tallest trees that you guys have passed maybe rise to like 30 or 40 feet, which is fairly tall, but those are the tallest. Many of these trees top out at like 15 or 20 feet. And there are areas of rising canopy that come up to maybe like 20 feet in total height at some of the highest before you meet like the branches. But many of them, there are like 5.5 foot like bottom canopy levels where like, Bazz might have to like duck his head as he's walking under branches. And it's just all these conifers very tightly together. There are some of these other pines that you guys have seen across the continent. Some other Zagian pines, like interspersed, that are much taller than the others and straighter with the long needles. And the leaves of these other conifers have like a kind of like blue, a very dark blue green to their hue, and they're covered in these light blue berries that are dropping all over the floor, and birds are flying by and picking up. And the forest floor itself is largely just soil with sort of like degraded leaf cover all over. Even in the summer, like nothing's shedding leaves right now, but there's just like a thick kind of like desiccated needle layer all over the forest floor. And there are occasional interspersings of like kind of like shrubs, and there are like strips of grass. And it's really interesting because there are certain sections of the canopy that like have not been grown into and light penetrates. So there are these like strips of the forest floor where sunlight comes down and makes those like those beams penetrating the not dark but like shaded forest. And in these strips there are like thick bunches of grasses, very lush soft green grasses that are blooming with small white and pink flowers. There are also rushes, which are kind of like triangular grasses, and sedges growing up in these areas. And it's not that the forest is teeming with life. It's quite interspersed, but at a very regular interval. Songbirds dip down from the canopies and fly to other trees. You are passed on by, there are really big ravens here that sort of like, and like, swoop down below. They're very large.
That's a sound
Some of
Abby
them
makes.
are, yes. Well,
Before I
some of
come
them are
home.
not much smaller than Gretta. As they swoop down from canopy and fly
Ooh.
back up.
Can
You guys have noticed a series of jays. They're a lot like our blue jays, but it's a little bit less of like kind of all back and forth from whites and blues, and a lot more of like uniform blues, and then suddenly like long wing bar strips of black and white. There are cardinals here, but instead of being an entirely like northern cardinal red with a black beak, the black kind of goes like up the beak and then like a mask across the eyes and back across the head, and they have like a fiery orange breast, and then the rest of them are that really brilliant red. And they're interspersing. There's also a ton of like finches and sparrows that match the color of the scrub ground across the forest. You guys have passed a number of deer far in the distance, and this is just it is a very secluded forest with a very natural space. And Bazz and Craig, Ro has recently been knocked unconscious by a turkey, um, uh, brought back to consciousness by Gretta's healing magics, reconstituted. You guys have rested for a bit. You guys have been traveling into the wood for about a day, having left the Goskin wastes behind in the Crystal Cathedral. And Thespis has departed from you all, and you all are just headed through the wood to find this bird person that Thespis sent you all to find as his last kind of like vision answer from Saloon. He doesn't know why, but he just knows like, hey, one more vague cryptic message. He's supposed to find a bird in the woods. So you guys are traveling through the wood. What that party do?
Did you say bird person?
Yeah.
I think Craig's wondering to himself, like, how much does it look like a person? Is it a person with feathers? Is it just a talking bird? Like,
Craig, could you give me an intelligence check, a general intelligence check, or a nature check if you prefer, either?
you know that's going to be bad.
What if it's just raw?
Well, we don't know that.
what if it's what?
What if it's raw?
Raw bird?
No, Ra, R-A, the Egyptian
Oh.
bird god.
Oh.
That
I
is
was
technically a
so
bird person.
lost.
It's 12.
A scary
12.
bird person if you ever played Wizard 101. He lays down
Oh my
some,
goodness.
some
What a
some
deep
law,
cut. Holy
for
crap.
sure.
That brought
I still have that on my computer.
Crocotopia, am I right?
Oh my gosh, best place ever.
Oh, that was so exciting. Anyway, focus, Zach. Craig, as you're walking through the forest contemplating what this could mean, all of a sudden you go, wait, that's right. You've met like somewhere between 80 and maybe 100 bird people in the course of your life. You've met a number of Gallus folk already in Zedge. You've met a number of
We were attacked by chicken pirates.
and you're like, oh, that's right. My life has been filled with, both recently and of course across the course of my life, with people who have avian appearances and bodies. That's right. And it all comes flooding back to you.
And then he starts thinking about how they feel about feather quills. And then that's where the train of thought ends.
Oh yeah. Oof. Deep thoughts.
Yeah, that's not
Craig.
vegan.
And then he wonders if they use their own ever, like make pens. Anyways,
Pluck it
Free
out.
pins. Lifetime supply of free
Honestly.
pins.
It's like how me and Bazz have free poison.
Yeah, we
Craig,
can poison
as
anybody.
you're
free poison
as you're
tea.
thinking these thoughts, there's this brief, like, a voice in your head that was sharing the thoughts with you and you were not aware. Old's voice kind of chimes in and he goes, it's like writing with a finger, I guess.
Finger painting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is why I chose you, Craig.
Do you wish you have feathers?
How do you know I don't?
I guess I just always thought you were a liquid.
That adds up. What are the rest of you all doing as you walk, maybe even silently through the wood? I don't know.
Bazz on Wild Shapes is one of the turkeys that attacked Ro and rejoins the group.
Non-canonical.
You put up a pretty good
I don't
fight.
know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Feels a little canonical.
You did pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you had us there for a little bit.
Is this real? I'm so confused.
What are you doing, Jackie? Ro, in this scene, moving on and accepting. I don't know. Who knows? Who
knows?
can say? What are you doing? What's happening in roleplay?
I'm walking silently, contemplating the conversation I had that seemed kind of like, I don't know if it was a real conversation or not, because I wasn't feeling so good yesterday. So it's like, was I actually, I'm thinking about like what Gretta said about Thespis and all, and I'm just silently walking, thinking about that and still being shameful from the events that conspired with the turkeys.
Absolutely. I love that. And so the group travels. And so the deep woods are big. Ro, we had a big check last time all about the deep woods. But for Landon and Mika, we'll just summarize it as Ro made a check about this land, this large portion of the country from which she's come. And it's a land filled with like rumor. It's this really huge forest on the continent. I mean, very, very big. And it's just rumored to be like it has a bunch of kind of like empty ghost story quality to it. That's just kind of like a bunch of guff. But there are many legitimate rumors about it, mythos, that it is home to very large animals, can be very dangerous if you're not an experienced hunter and stuff, or just sort of naturalist. Not the sort of thing that would be much of a challenge to a very powerful druid or something, but for you, Bazz. But otherwise, she's just aware of it to be this really large, very secluded forest. And so you guys can conclude rather reasonably that this trip is not going to be fast, but you all also don't know necessarily where you're going. You just know that you're looking for a druid that Rose speaks of, who she has described through legend as a turkey person. And you are aware that this person is Terrence, who apparently in Zedge is very renowned. You've seen like you when you guys were in Yesbin, you saw a couple of like really poor statue imitations of him. You've heard the name here and there. In this nation, he's a household name, and you've heard that he was part of the Holy Hunters. So all that. So you guys know you're looking for that person. You don't really know where or any of that. So are there any specific steps you guys are taking to pursue that, or
I'm gonna get out my Holy Hunters book that I bought.
Okay.
And can I do like, if I'm like flipping through the book trying to find any like details on Terrence, like I know it wasn't written by them, like we don't know who it was written by.
Yeah.
but can I do like an investigation check, like flipping through the book if there's anything, or
That's
no?
exactly what I was going to ask of you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Is anyone else doing anything to pursue with that? They don't have to.
Yeah, I do commune with
Ooh.
nature as a ritual spell.
Dude, yeah. Describe that for me.
Uh,
Or
it's
actually,
just
I'll
something
tell you
he's
what.
doing is
I'm so sorry. Ro, could you give me your check first and then we'll move to that? I'm sorry, Landon. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry, it's a dirty 20.
Ooh. You don't find a whole lot of like plot relevant information, but you find a lot of, because the book is purported to be a lot of woven firsthand accounts.
Yeah.
So you find descriptors of terror, like there's a lot of primary accounts from just Zegian citizens. And it's worth noting how a lot of the other individuals in the text are described by secondhand accounts, or like people who saw them, or people who heard things, or people who like know the shopkeeper they traded with. Terrence is kind of the only character in the book who has a lot of firsthand accounts from people who met him. There's a lot of conjecture about Efmund Kai. There's a lot of conjecture about the Warriors of the Well. Clearly, nobody knows who this Nugget character is. But there are a lot of firsthand accounts, especially from Yapor, about Terrence as this kind of like local legend. So when there's like, and some of the stories are about him like being this great hunter. A lot of the other stories about like, yeah, he would like bring us food and he knew all my kids. But that's all that you get from that, though you do find a lot of accounts purporting that. So I'm
Okay.
sorry, Bazz, please go on with your thing.
He's just kind of walking around. He feels pretty relaxed in the forest. It's been a long time since he's been in a forest, so he's just kind of walking and doing his little ritual. Probably like, I don't know, whistling or like just tapping his staff as he's walking to like a song that's stuck in his head, maybe one that Rose sang a while back. Just quietly to himself, just kind of like taking in the air. And as he's kind of taking in, and I feel like as he's breathing, he's just kind of like also breathing, but also like breathing in just like the knowledge of the nature and the place that he's in.
That's cool.
That's a really cool description. And again, I do this like additive description thing. If I ever say something that goes outline of what you guys are looking for, I never want to take that from you guys. So I know I've just been doing it for a while, but if you're ever like, hey, Zach, I actually wasn't thinking that, or I prefer if it just stopped at what I said, please let me know. But if you're okay with the added description, Bazz, as you're walking, for you, it's this very like kind of just you're experiencing it as you're moving through nature thing. But Ro, you and Craig can notice, and Gretta does as well, even if not speaking. And Tello is also there, quietly admiring the very beautiful but very subtle beauty of the forest. That like as Bazz is walking, as he plods, is the staff like at your side as a wand right now, or are you walking with it like a stick?
He's walking with it like a stick.
Okay. Bazz, as you walk with it like a staff, the roots are sort of like plunging into the ground and pulling out with each, like as he picks it down and sets it, or picks it up and sets it down, it's sort of like, and you all start noticing that as he walks with it, like the gem starts glowing, and a lot more of the flowers at the head of the staff start blooming a little bit brighter. Those sort of crepe myrtle like blooms all over it, and behind it, runners of flowers are coming up from where he's walking, from where it's plunging in and out. And like Bazz doesn't even seem to notice, but like there's like and like bugs from around the forest are like landing on him and crawling over his cloak and then flying away. And there's even like a wasp momentarily kind of like lands on his shoulder, flies by his ear, and then flies away, and then a butterfly. And you guys would almost swear that it's like the insects of the forest are like whispering to him, and then leaving. What would you like to ask with, or what is commune with nature do again, Bazz?
I can choose 3 areas to get knowledge about the surrounding area in 3 miles from me.
Okay, so what is your selection in that realm?
I'm going to be focusing on like influence from other planes of existence, any buildings, and prevalent plants, minerals, animals, and peoples.
Okay, in a 3-mile
And it's not like
radius.
all
Okay.
that knowledge is like facts. So it's like it can be like plucked
Sure.
out of like so it's not like all like I don't know everything about those 3 things, you know.
Sure, absolutely. You receive little information about influence from other planes of existence. There doesn't seem to be a lot of that here. But there are whispers of and within 3 miles, the forest does not speak to you of any like prominent structures, but there is speech of a wanderer in the wood. The forest speaks to you of the caretaker, and of the sort of again, it's not like exact language, but you get these impressions of this like father of the forest. And so apparently there is some sort of a druid here, who looks over the wood, and these creatures speak of him being somewhere generally toward the center of the forest. And so this is an impression that you get. And there is also mention of a spirit that walks through the wood, but it's no more distinct or clear than that. So that's what you gain. That's what you glean. Also, I'm not leaving. I can still hear you guys, but I'm going to put a blanket on a chair for Maya for her to sit down near me. But please keep rolling.
Aw.
Yeah. Where do you think we should go, Craig?
I don't know. I mean, every direction is a big decision, you know? Like if we go left, we might end up at a pond. If we go right, we might end up in a village. Like, you know, how like do we have a map? You
No.
know, do we have like
I
no?
don't think there's going to be a village anywhere in
There
this
could be a village in
forest.
here. You never
I
know
don't
what you'll
know.
find.
I mean, I've never heard
Maybe
of one being in here.
like, you know, trees.
We could start a village here.
Treehouse village.
I don't think those. I don't think the animals would like that, would they? If we.
Maybe some might, some probably won't.
If the people in the village are nice to them, then probably. But I don't know. I want to look at some rocks, but something tells me that I have to wait on something else to look at rocks.
Well, something
You know?
tells you that you have to wait on something else to look at rocks. Are you sure you don't
Yeah.
want to eat the rocks, Craig?
Why would I do that?
What?
I had
No.
the sending stone felt damp earlier. It might have been the morning dew,
You
but
know,
Do you need me to
yeah.
press to digitate it again?
no, it's
False.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Well,
I mean,
rocks naturally release moisture.
They do. They do hold moisture sometimes. Porous rocks,
And
I
then
guess.
they
if
release
were
it
dunked in
because
a river,
rocks
maybe.
don't like moisture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
would
I
know.
heard about some guy that takes care of the forest over towards the center. So we probably should go that way.
Where's the
There's also a
center of the
ghost somewhere.
forest?
I don't know. If you feel like a
Ghost?
cold
Ghost?
feeling, there's a
do you
ghost.
believe in ghosts?
I
I
don't
do
believe
now.
in ghosts.
Hey, if a little ladybug tells you that a ghost is hanging out, I believe in it. Okay.
I mean, I've
When
seen a
did a
lot of
ladybug
things.
tell you that a ghost is hanging out?
I hold up the ladybug that just whispered in my ear, and I say, "This one."
And on Bazz's finger is a ladybug.
Oh,
You just
What's her
made that
name?
up and found a ladybug.
I know, I believe them.
Oh, okay.
I eat it. I'm joking. I don't do that.
I mean,
No,
I
you
don't eat
don't.
it.
I
I
mean,
don't
if
eat
we've
it.
seen all the
If I was
things
a
we've
little bit more
seen
chaotic, I might, but I'm not that much.
and all the magic, I mean, ghosts have to be real, right?
No.
I went to hell and I saw
What?
things there, so I believe in ghosts. Yes.
DM, have I ever seen a ghost? Like, is that a prevalent thing?
You have not seen a ghost. You've heard plenty of
Okay.
stories about them, but you have not seen one.
We literally
Okay.
met a zombie, so I don't think ghosts
Yeah,
are
like,
that
I
far
mean,
behind.
That's the thing. I mean, like, we can do magic ourselves, so why wouldn't we be able to, like, see the dead in a ghostly form sometimes?
Greta, what do you think?
There's got to be a spell for that. She spider crawls away. No.
I told her to eat the blue mushrooms. I told her that. And here she goes.
And Greta has indeed picked up a mushroom, eaten it, and is tripping out just a little bit.
Hey,
Also, as a reminder, she no longer has spider climb.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. She pretends. She just walks on all fours.
She gets on all four. No, actually, in a more canon sense, I bet Greta's just kind of not listening to you all, and she's scurrying around the
Yeah.
forest, like collecting little samples of things, putting them in her pockets, making notes in her notebook. She's just geeking out in
She's
nature.
cataloging all the new types of
I mean,
stuff
I
she's finding.
I genuinely want to do a rock check, Zach. Can I
Okay.
do that?
You absolutely can. In this context, I don't know what that means, because it
I
again
wanna
feels like
look
we're in the
for
territory of
cool
just
rocks.
divination. Okay. Give me an investigation check. No.
I pull a rock out of my pocket that I keep for instances such as this and slowly drop it on the ground in secret.
Okay, you know what?
I'm just kidding. I don't do it.
Craig.
be
No.
funny.
I like this. Bazz, you give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh no.
And Craig, you give me an investigation check.
Sleight of hand, is that deception?
No, sleight of hand is under dexterity.
15.
11.
Oh.
16. Well.
And Craig, what is your passive perception?
11.
Okay. So Bazz does beat your passive perception. So
She rolled higher than me
here's
though. She rolled higher than me.
on in the investigation check for rocks.
Oh.
So, Bazz, you walk ahead of Craig and you pull this rock out of your pocket and you drop it on the ground in the leaves. But Craig is very engrossed because he has moved to the side and Craig, under this like kind of fallen log to a side, which is covered in different mosses and it has this shelf fungus on one side growing. Underneath you find this wide slate stone that is has a lot of like insectile denizens beneath it, and it's like really cool and you feel like I don't know, you automatically pass a rock check and you're like, wow, this looks like it was like partially formed by a water bed. I bet there was a stream here once and it's really interesting. And then you hear the pff, and you look over and you're like, another rock behind Bazz. And you can give me an insight check to know whether or not he dropped it, or Craig can just be excited about the rock. I'll let that be up to your interpretation, of course.
Hey, what does the rock look like?
Bazz.
It is completely smooth and about the size of you can hold it in your palm.
Is it the sending stone?
Yes.
Is it actually?
No, it's not the sending stone. I don't know. I just made this up. I didn't realize this was actually happening. It's a rock and it's on the ground. It looks
Craig walks over and just, like picks it up and he's like, this is a very odd rock for this kind of environment, This is it feels like someone would have just dropped this. Do you think that someone was passing through and dropped this rock?
I
Are
don't know.
these
it's
all
kind
things
of a
that Craig is
random place.
monologuing aloud?
Yeah, these are things he's saying. Partly to
Cast
himself
speak
and
with
anyone
rock.
who
Ask
cares
it.
to listen.
Ask it.
Huh?
I said cast speak with rock. You should just ask it.
That would be so cool, Bazz. But
That
I'm
would
just
be.
not as cool as you guys, apparently, being able to speak to animals and stuff. I can't speak to rocks.
I'll
Stinks,
work on
huh?
it for you, Craig.
It would be really
I'm gonna
cool
make it my
if
life's
like
mission to create a speak with rock spell for you.
it
I
would
would
be really
appreciate that.
cool if like the maker of our universe created some
You're feeling
magical
deep
way
today,
of
Ro.
talking
Like, are ghosts real? The maker
to
of the
a
universe
to
is
a
gonna
rock.
rock. Did you eat some of the mushrooms too?
No, I just had a lot to think about after yesterday.
Oh, you're slightly
Didn't
concussed
you get beat
still.
up by a turkey?
Anyway,
Also,
Hey,
for the record, Ro
do-
has a large lump on her forehead today.
I thought that Greta got rid of that.
She
Grievous
got rid of
wounds.
the concussion, but grievous wounds, dude. Grievous wounds. I don't know what to tell you.
Grievous wounds.
All right.
I mean,
Kenobi.
do you think if this is Ro
so dumb.
this is Ro talking out loud. She says,
Uh-huh.
do you think that how like I tried sending to him earlier and I couldn't get a connection, but like after what you said, Balls, and like after reading, do you think we could try sending again and get a connection?
The who?
To-
The who?
to this
Am I the only person not eating the mushrooms? Am I the only one?
to this druidic person that we're trying to seek out. The whole reason we're in the woods, Craig. The
If
whole
we're meant to
reason
find
we're.
him,
I was
Tello
talking to
walks within-
turkeys.
within your peripheral vision, Craig, and he goes, "How many fingers am I holding up?"
I don't know. Maybe you want to talk to Spagoober. Maybe you have a question. I don't know. You
Ooh,
said
the answer
him, but
was
there was
4.
no name. So
this is like the actually it's Leviosa.
yeah.
Ro, do you attempt sending?
Well, I was asking the part, like, Balls, what do you think?
Duh,
Should
do
I
it.
try
They
it
told-
again?
I did the whole ladybug thing, and they said it was close to the center of the forest. So I think we should just do that. And like, if we feel a ghost, maybe like try to talk with it and see if it needs help passing along the next life. And
Do you
but
think
if not, just keep going.
the next life?
Yeah, like whatever comes after. It's obviously
Oh,
stuck.
Things are
between
getting
here and
really
there
deep
ever
today,
after.
Balls.
You're telling me
Do
if
you
you came
think-
across a soul in a forest, you wouldn't stop to see if you could help it?
Well, what
So
me? What?
true.
What's at my place to think that they don't want to be here?
It's a disturbed ghost that's
How- what-
stuck in the
what-
material
Who
plane.
said it was disturbed?
The ghost.
And though I do love this role playing, because it does feel like some of the most important, like, yeah, this is the fun, guys. This is the party, and these moments happen all the time. Ro, do you cast sending or
No, I think
Counterspell.
okay?
I'm joking.
just for that I want to, but I'm not
Oh
going to.
my goodness.
I'm
I
a
say we
druid. I
keep-
can't counterspell things.
I say we keep walking.
In that case,
Yeah.
could I get a group navigation check? And this is we're just gonna do a little montage here, real
I'm
quick.
proficient in survival.
And I'm have key in mind.
Great. So the way that
And
this is
she
gonna
knows what
work.
time it is.
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
the direction
Oh,
that
yeah.
we're
Everyone in the party's
going.
like, everyone in the party's like, where do you think the druid is? And then Rose like, and then
4:30.
Rose like,
Sorry. 4:30.
'Craig's like, I don't feel so good, and Rose like 7:16, 16, Trail. So what I'm gonna say is, this is just gonna be a group navigation check, and 3 party members need to contribute in some way. I had that rule written before I knew that it was gonna be 3 people today, so that just works out really well.
What is
So,
navigation?
well, that's
What?
not a skill. So you guys can contribute to this check however you want. However you
Religion.
want to role play. Oh my goodness. However you want to
Religion
role
check.
play in a reasonable manner. So just for reference, Jaci, that is not history, and Mika, that is not insight. But if you guys want to come up with a way in role play that you're helping to look for whatever the right course of travel is, we'll come up with a concurrent check, and you guys can make that. And it's a group DC you need to pass to move in the right direction.
I
So
already rolled
how
it
are
and
each
for
of you
nat
guys
20.
contributing to the
I'll
search?
do a. So wait. You said through role play, but do you mean like through a roll? Because like doing a check.
Like,
Sorry,
do we have
I'm
to do a
I'm
check?
confused
I
by
got a
what
20
you
as
said.
well, Zachary. Do we go to the turkey now?
No, no. Like, should I do like a nature check? Like you said through role play. Through role play, Ro would be like,
How many
I know that
20s do
north
you
is that
need,
way,
DM?
so we
If
need to
you-
go to the
Jaci,
center.
Jaci, if you had to guess whether or not role play was doing something in role play or making a check, which would you guess?
Well, technically, you roll a dice, and we're playing a game. So
Hmm.
role play.
So, what are your characters
Ooh.
doing to contribute to this
Role play.
search?
Role
Described in role
play.
play.
I'm using my 51 and a half hours of navigational training to go, this way's north. Where's the center of this forest? And then I'm looking at the trees to figure out how deep into the way we go.
I
That's what
love
I'm
that.
doing.
Give me a. That's great. Give me a survival check.
Not
Bazz,
nature?
Craig.
Bazz. Oh, I'm helping. I wanted to do something too. Am
said
I
we
role
could
playing? I thought you wanted
choose.
3 people to do something.
Yes, yes. No,
That's-
I was
that's
making that
easy.
There's
gesture at
only
Jaci,
3 of us.
not you. Please continue.
Greta is obviously not doing something to help. She is, skittering,
No,
scattering, and
Greta's
chittering
not
probably.
contributing. She's
No.
just getting her
No,
notebook.
she's gonna be on my shoulders. That's the thing.
Bazz.
you can't make choices for the other player characters, Micah. Yes, what was Bazz doing?
He I feel like, can I just lean on commune with nature and just like the information I already got and
Absolutely.
like contribute that? It's like, well, I felt like it was more this way. Like technically that's the center of the forest, but I think there's also like a metaphorical center, like it's not going to be like in the middle of the forest. So I think I felt it this way a little bit more.
Are you leaning into like a magical druidic sense or into like your understanding of nature to push you
The
toward the
spell
middle?
that I cast.
Okay. Could you give me an ability check with your spellcasting modifier with wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Craig, and I'll get everybody's rolls in a second. Craig, what are you doing?
Can I do magic awareness?
Yes, you can, bud.
How far out does it go?
60 feet.
Craig, describe. Is it like kind of like that echolocation-y thing you've done in the past?
Craig's gonna use the rock that he found, and he's gonna like really like hold it tight. And then there's just gonna be this green light that comes up in his veins as he's like not communing with nature, but he's like trying to really sense. And then he just like, I feel like I need to throw this forward. And so he just throws the rock deeper like into the woods.
That
and
was
like
a sitting stone. Okay. All right. That was a sitting stone. It dropped to the ground. That was a
And
sitting
then there's
stone.
this,
Okay,
like,
you just threw the sitting stone in the woods.
as
All
he's
right.
throwing it,
Oh.
as he's throwing it, this like not wall, like a circle forming around him, like echolocation of sorts.
Like a wave.
But it like a wave of like magic kind of goes out.
Magical sense, just like boom.
Yeah.
Okay. So Craig, you gain the ability to sense magical objects within 60 feet of you. Give me an Arcana check, I guess, and we'll put in averages. So Ro, what'd you get?
You're not gonna let me do nature. It has to be survival.
Yeah.
Shoot, fire, save the matches. That's gonna be a 13.
Okay. And then Bazz, what'd you get?
I got 9 plus 5, so 14.
Okay. And Craig, what did you get?
For the for what? I was making another check.
Yeah, what'd you get with that check?
Okay, for the Arcana check, I got a 16.
Craig does
Wow,
the best
that's
out of all of
great.
us.
Craig
That's
raised
really
our
good,
average.
Micah.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't really understand how it connects, but
I had a plus 9 on my survival, and I'm out here using my spell casting modifier to make my way through the woods.
Well, yeah, I have a 12 in nature, and I had to use
yeah, because the things you role played. Okay,
but I can tell the direction.
4:30.
That's not.
okay. So, Ro,
Yeah.
with your as Bazz is using his druidic as he's like kind of like passively communing with the nature around him and sensing like sort of like the ambient communication of the forest with its natural systems. You also provide your navigational awareness with your compass. And Craig, in a way that I can't really explain,
I don't have
your
a
awareness that
compass.
there aren't any new magical items within 60 feet of you is the most important component. And all of you guys gather a general direction and heading which you need to follow for the rest of the course of the day as you handily pass the DC.
Can I just
Oh my
explain?
gosh, what if Gretta knows where it
where-
is actually? Like she rolled the best and just disappears into the woods, and Craig can follow her because he sees one of her magical items glowing.
No.
And so
Can
we
I
just keep behind her for 60
explain?
feet.
I was thinking that if it was within 60 feet, like the center or what the person we're looking for, if they had any magical items, that I would be able to tell where the center is and go that way.
I throw a rock. DM, do I see the person I'm looking for?
No, do I sense that there's a magical item which would
No,
indicate a
because
person?
the center of the forest is not within 60 feet of you.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I did not
didn't
know
know
that.
that.
Sick. Okay.
What
I
else
just-
is it within 60
You
feet
guys
of
are
you, Zachary?
walking around the woods.
I just want to
and
point
you're
out,
like,
Rose
"Where's the
doesn't have a
center?"
compass.
And Craig's like, You guys are walking around the woods. Okay. You guys are walking around the woods, and you guys don't know where the center is. And Craig's like, "Oh, it's over there." And everybody looks 60 feet to your right, and you're like, "Oh, there it is. We found it."
We get within 60 feet of it. He knows. He knows, guys.
Okay, so for reasons that Zach can't explain, you find the right course, and
Yay.
you travel in this way for the rest of the day.
Like Tello knows too, and he's like slightly pushing us. Maybe.
Yeah.
We have lots of help.
And there's a lot more conversations about random
Saluna
things.
probably has mercy on us.
And you, as you guys travel through the forest for the rest of the day, you bed overnight. And I'll tell you what, I had a couple of like minor scenes I was planning, but they were unimportant and just ambient. And I think maybe I need to like push this in the direction. So we're gonna montage this a little bit more, and I'm gonna eliminate one more round of these checks. So why don't you guys describe me another day? And I'll tell you what, just Bazz, you're using survival. Ro, you're using nature. Craig, make a check with whatever you want. And let's get one more day of you guys combining your skills. If you want to roleplay it, you can. You don't have to try and continue this course of travel.
I survive another day, and so that's what I do.
Okay, sick.
I rolled
Craig,
an 11
what's the thing you do?
with a +9.
He probably, I don't know, plays rock, paper, scissors with, or
An actual rock.
with an actual rock. No, because like he'll play rock, paper, scissors with Gretta, but he'll just like pull out a rock for his turn.
How does that
That's
help
what
you
he does.
navigate?
I don't know. I have no navigational like skills or anything. Nothing to offer here, guys. I'm here for the journey.
I'll tell you what,
How was
Craig,
a vibe higher?
roll me a D8. How was a vibe higher? What'd you get?
Oh, that's not it. Wait, what the heck? Where's my D8? What the heck? There it is. Okay.
I was
Wait,
like,
what did
Mika,
you
roll a
roll?
D8, and she was like, "Ooh,
I got a 1.
Okay. For some reason, this is a strength check for you. Roll me any dice and tell me if you get an odds or an evens. Or no,
Any time.
we have 3 things under strength. So roll a D4 and tell me what you get on the D4.
3.
Okay. So for a reason I can't explain, this is an endurance check for you. So go ahead and make an endurance check with your strength modifier.
15 plus 9. What the heck? 14. No, 24. My gosh. I don't understand what's happening.
Awesome.
Craig brute wills his
Whoa,
way through a
What
forest.
did you get?
Wait, do I need to explain what I was doing or just...
Yeah, please. I need that. Hit me with it.
So I used my keen sense of direction,
Uh-huh.
folks,
430.
to
And I
to know-
have no idea what that
and
has to do with
then-
nature, but awesome.
and then I'm no, and then I'm like looking to see if there's like little tracks or like if there's any more signs of turkeys or markings on anything, druidic stuff that would like maybe, I don't know. And the way the leaves and the moss grow. I don't know. I got a
We would die in
31.
the forest. We would
Oh
die.
my goodness. A 31? Okay, well, holy crap. Okay, so here is what happens. Bazz, you tap into literally almost 10 decades of living in natural environments, your expertise in the natural world, and you attempt to find symbols and signs of the movement of a large humanoid creature. And there are vague disturbances of leaves. You find aberrations in tread patterns along well-worn paths that animals travel, perhaps something a druid or a hunter might follow, and you gain a general inclination of where you might be going. Craig, at one point, you do a pull-up on a tree, fall down, and go, that way! And then everyone starts following you. And then at some point, Ro goes,
Yeah.
Her
Wait, I
eyes
wish the
open.
listeners could see
Slowly-
Zach's
She
face.
slowly lowers her head. Her mouth falls open. The ambient sound of a turkey call goes from her mouth, and she goes northward. And all of you guys start traveling in a path, and the fun guys move on, and that's what happens.
Yay.
You guys are walking for the next 2 days. So in total, it is the rest of that first day, and for another day, and then another like half a day, you all are traveling through this forest. There are many beautiful moments. Are there any moments that you guys like sort of pause in the forest and have with each other, or you're chugging along, moving through nature? It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm chugging. Choo choo, my friend.
Can I do an investigation check for a ghost?
Oh my goodness. Sure. We needed another check right now. Give it to me.
I'm feeling good about checks right now.
I don't know what it means to do an investigation check for a ghost. I don't even know what that means. But I straight up don't know what that means.
That's a 21.
Sure.
Yeah, she does really
Sure.
good investigation for a ghost, Zachary. So she's like
Crow
Ghostbusters
said,
over
I
here.
would like to take this time to pad my roll average. Ro, you search. As you guys make camp one night during your watch, you look out into the darkness and you look for signs of ambient light, or you pay attention for sensations of uneasiness, and you are so profoundly certain that you are just sitting in a forest. And you sense no spiritual aberration. Craig,
ghosts aren't
anything
real.
you're really trying to have in this travel montage, or nah?
Nope.
Okay.
Turkey.
While Ro is falling asleep each night, Tello makes a soft like sound and just watches her jump. And then Greta does Greba things. Okay, awesome. Third day of travel. Not how I'd envisioned it. I'm so glad it's this way instead. You guys are moving through the wood. It is very beautiful. There is a very simple serenity to it. And you all are just enjoying, like, in this way at this time, you all feel so far removed from the Empire, from the iron side of the threats that follow you. It has been quite some time since anyone had a negative or violent vision, and the general trauma the party suffers from and the nightmarish dreams. It's not that they're suddenly absent, but there is just a simple, like, non-magical, just like in the piece of nature traveling safely sensation that is with you all. And a lot of those sufferings are they're abated to some degree at the moment. You guys are just enjoying the quiet course of travel. There are many small, beautiful moments, sparrows sort of ruffling in leaves in small groups and flocks and then flying away. At some point far in the distance, like a herd of like 30 deer sort of like move by you all in a way. At one point, the really high passive perception players notice that there is a tree that has massive claw marks down one side. There are like 3 different really large gashes, and there are 4 lines carving through it, and the breadth of these total lines is 8 inches across in each gash mark, and then the actual gash down the tree goes for a couple feet, and it's in one of the larger conifers around, and that tree is alive, but the like, say 13 branches or so directly above this section of the tree that was gashed into, inches into the bark down the gash, are all barren of leaves. There's like 3 deep marks at different angles on the side of the tree. And I'll tell you what, you and Bazz are proficient in nature.
Yeah.
Can I get a nature check from both of you all?
Yes.
Also,
Well.
Landon, I suddenly can't hear you, and I don't know why.
You just have to open your ears.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm
I'd open my
proficient in
ears.
nature.
I got
Okay.
28.
Oh, I
Holy
got a roll.
crap.
I got a 29.
29? Dang. This is a
Well.
high rolling session, y'all. Both of you know immediately, oh dang.
Ghost.
So these are like bear claws through a tree. But they are a little too big Bazz, you spent some time in Zedge as you passed through, and Ro, you are from here. So both of you all are aware that like there are bears in Zedge, especially in northern Zedge, but they are not here in this part of the world. They do not get incredibly big. The bears here are largely it is a Yalabrinian kind of bear. It's like a black bear, but it has an auburn chest and sort of like a pale underbelly, and it's a lot like a black bear but a little smaller. And this is just called a Yozgan bear. They are still bears. They can be large. They can be dangerous, but they're smaller. In fact, like in weight, they're more, but in total size, they're not much larger than the average like person. So they're kind of like very small bears. What this is much larger, and you all deduce very quickly that this is probably from an owl bear, and it's like a territorial marking. So this is something owl bears do to kind of like mark range and territory.
Wait,
And with the sure,
I'm
yeah,
confused by what you're saying. So the Yoskin bear is not what made the marks, or there's marks of both of them?
the claw marks are too big to be a Yozgan
Oh,
bear.
so you were just
Way
saying
too big.
we were thinking that
You're
maybe
aware of that
that's what it
comparison, but it's
was?
not that
Okay,
creature. This has
I
to be
understand now.
this has to be a Zegian owlbear. And you all,
Gotcha.
with those ridiculously high checks, you all are aware that Zegian owlbears look like the owl part of them, their feather pelage and their face look like barn owls. So yeah, and those things are freaking huge. You all are aware that a Zegian owlbear can be like at the shoulder. They're frequently 5 or 6 feet tall at the shoulder, like on all fours. And it's not uncommon for them to be like 10 or 12 feet long. And it's not uncommon for them to weigh like a ton at their heaviest, like a literal ton. So that's what made this mark likely.
Bird person. I'm just kidding.
Do we know, are owl bears aggressive? Like the Zegian
With
owl
that
bears?
roll,
Yeah.
they can be very territorial.
Okay.
You know that there's a lot of cultural fear of them in the north in Zedge. A lot of consensus that they are just deadly killing machines, and that this, like many descriptions of wild animals in the world, are largely over exaggerated. But you are aware that they can be very territorially dangerous.
Okay.
And if you're near a nest which is filled with eggs, they can get very, very aggressive. But you don't see any evidence of that here.
Can we tell like how long ago these marks were made? Probably not. That's not
It looks
really a
very
thing.
old.
Okay.
Can we? I don't know.
I
I
mean, this
was
is just a
thinking-
thing you observe. I'll just go ahead and
Yeah.
let you know that like there's no big plot thing here. It's just something you see in the forest.
Well,
travel
no,
can
no.
continue.
I was thinking, like, can we tell how old the mark is?
Yeah, it looks like it
Or
was
how
left a
recent?
long time ago.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Like the wood around it is all very like grayed. There's no sap. You don't see any like fresh broken abrasions.
Is the
It's
tree
almost kind of
dead?
smoothed around the site. No, the whole tree is alive, and just like a
Okay.
group of branches right above those abrasions are barren of leaves. But the tree itself is very alive.
Got you. Okay. I say we keep going.
Okay. As you all move, sorry, I have to check something real fast.
What the heck?
Sorry.
Who let you do that?
As you all
What?
kind of move past this mark, could I get a perception check from the two players who do not have to put down a baby?
That would be a nat
So
20, but
19.
a 25.
Oh,
Dang!
shoot.
Get dunked on, bro.
I mean, it's not 31,
Both of you
but
all,
you know.
both of you all are aware, but one of you is more aware that squirrels. You guys have passed squirrels so far, and the squirrels here are not like gray squirrels like we're used to. They're bigger. They're about the size of house cats. They have long tufted ears
Terrifying.
and very bushy tails, and they come in different colors, ranging from like a light tawny brown all the way to like a full black, anywhere in that range, grays as well. And you guys have like pairs of them, or like trios or singles, have like suddenly scurried from bushes up trees all along the course of your multiple day journey. But right now, where you all are, there are about 4 around you. No 5, wait 6. And they're all at different distances in the tree, and they're all just kind of sitting there watching you in unison.
If this
You
is
all
going to be
notice this.
another turkey situation,
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not fighting the
Bro, you see,
squirrels.
like Nom helicopters fly by in your vision.
Did you steal? Like, did you pick up any acorns? Did
I'm
you
not
like?
the one that picks up stuff and puts it in their mouth.
I didn't say in your mouth. I meant in your pockets. Gosh.
No, but
Craig,
Gretta
at
might
this
have.
time-
But
Do you have a rock in your mouth as Rose says this to you?
No.
Okay.
Not every second.
I'm gonna start. Are the squirrels looking at us? You said.
Yeah, they're just perched on the branches staring at y'all.
I'm
If
gonna.
I may interrupt real quick.
You may.
What?
Hello, it's me.
I'm the problem, it's me. I'm the ginger, it's me.
If I could describe
should've
one very specific squirrel
Yes,
that
Daniel, why don't you describe something for us?
I would love to do that.
Daniel,
So-
who's on the podcast.
all these squirrels obviously are looking at you, and as y'all are like looking back, and you look up at that like one with the bear slice on it, there's like all of the squirrels, as Zach just said, are very big. This one is also big, but in very different ways. It almost looks like some of the fur is like tufted, and like there even seems to be like almost different skin texture underneath what the hair might be or fur might be, and like it's just got this big wooden spoon hanging out of its mouth, and it's kind of just like cross-armed and like kicking its leg on a branch like a child in a too big chair, and it's just kind of looking at y'all and waits for one
You
of
all
y'all to
suddenly
make eye
notice that-
contact.
One of the squirrels is behaving in a very personified anthropomorphic way.
I look at Craig and I go, Craig, does that squirrel have a spoon, or am I still
Tell us-
concussed?
Tell us it's they're kind of wide-eyed, loads a bolt into his crossbow and goes, well, you don't see that every day, and knocks
Is it a
and goes,
weapon
"I'm
or
just
is it a
making sure."
utensil?
I
I
don't
mean, it could
know.
be both, depending on.
Why did it find? Did someone drop it? Did the bird guy drop the spoon and then the squirrel just picked it up? Like,
Greta is immediately enthralled and is doing sketches in her notebook. Bazz says something witty.
I wave.
That's
I
a
say,
good one, Bazz.
hello there, squirrel.
In a very excited manner, with all his eyes, the eyes of the squirrel getting big, it like does this furious wave and takes the spoon out of its mouth and like start doing, and then like
Is it peanut butter in it? On the spoon?
and it like scurries down the tree, and in front of, it's going to be hard for me to remember names as everything gets confusing. Ro, the one who waved at him, you just see this weird, almost like, you know how those cool dresses, like you can start it on fire and it like changes into something else kind of thing. And a
Hunger
very
Games. Yes.
Did you just reference the Hunger Games?
Heck
I
yeah.
may have. I was
Yes.
referencing a video that showed how Emma Stone did it in the Cruella de Vil movie. But
yes, that's
um,
cool too.
either way, it's almost like this
I feel you.
squirrel like starts to change, and like at the base, as the fire climbs up its body, you see turkey legs. As it
Yeah.
continues growing and growing, it's much too big for a normal turkey. As you keep on growing, all these like different accoutrements of random things are around
Ooh,
it.
use
It's got this really huge sack of a next on his hips, and as it's going up, you see
like a leather pouch.
Yeah, a very big leather pouch. And you just start seeing clothes, and at the like bulbous part of the turkey, thinking of like the
Like
turkey
its body,
from
its center of
Robin
its body.
Hood, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
like as it's transforming, you see what stands before you: a turkey and a spoon in his mouth. Uh, and he's just like he has it like, well, hello, my name's Terrence the Turkey. Uh, what what is your name, and why are you in my forest?
How is Ro
Ro-
feeling?
Ro is gonna like do a little bit of a jump, but then because like she's heard the story, so it's not like, and like this is actually like this is not like he's not a turkey, So Ro
He's
kind of
the
jumps
turkey.
and just like and shakes her head and sticks out her hand and to meet his and goes, "Oh, hello there. I think we've been looking for you. We're the fun guys. I'm Ro."
I'm Craig. Wait, how'd you go from squirrel to turkey? It's the
Mm.
same.
Tello
It's the same way
unbolts
we
his crossbow in just absolute stunned, almost kind of horror, and reloads the crossbow to his side and just puts up the bolt and is not saying a word.
Why would you want to be a squirrel and not a turkey?
Well, you see, I go around all the time and changing into different animals to figure out how I can, save the habitat or see what the current frustrations are in the forest and if there's something hunting them or something like this. And I really can't see it if I'm a turkey. And some of them are, thinking that I'm trying to do a pecking order stuff and all that, stuff. And every day, and like
Get burned.
almost tired of the conversation of why he was a squirrel, he puts a spoon into his bag and brings out this whole bunch of weird seed. And like it's not perfectly bird seed. It's a bunch of other berries in it too. And he kind of just like seeing the hand that Rogue puts out and he's like, would you like some seeds?
But those aren't the Austin berries, right?
Um uh, and he looks down at the seeds and he's like, and he like upon realizing something, grabs a bunch of the berries out of the seed spoon and puts it back in the seed bag and then says, this one should be good, just be careful where you bite down.
Okay. And Ro takes them and like kind of hesitantly like eats them off of her hand. It's like, oh, this okay.
So you turn into different animals to like step into their shoes?
Yes.
That's a
Bazz.
really interesting approach to empathy.
Outside of Craig's earshot, Bazz just leans over to Tello and goes, "Do you think he knows that I'm a druid?" And Tello just leans back and goes, I never really know I don't know. Object permanence is tough. Ro, to be clear, as a half dryad, you have a slightly different physical constitution and digestive system, but you do
Yeah.
just have a mouth full of seeds. Not necessarily edible grains, just seeds. And you and Bazz are just a little bit more herbivorous than the standard humanoid, but you do just have a mouthful of seeds at the moment.
I don't do I need to like I feel like Ro, because of all she's heard about, like she like looks up, so she like looks up to, like, I don't know if looks up is the right word, but like because of who he is and like the holy hunters and all that, she's gonna like try to be respectful and like just try to down like try to
Dude,
like
totally.
get these seeds to go down, be like, oh, these are nice. Thank you
Give me
for that.
a constitution saving throw, bro.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I'm gonna burn my inspiration because that was horrible, and I don't want to throw up in front of a holy hunter. So, oh, I just want to let you know that I rolled a 3 on the first one, so I burnt my inspiration. Then I rolled a 2 on the next one,
Oh, buddy.
and I got a +0 to my con, so that's gonna be a 3.
So, Ro, what is it that you try to say in response to literally one of your heroes?
I, I- yeah, I think like what I was just saying, like I'm trying to be respectful, so I'm like, oh yeah, these are good. Thank you for this.
Okay, so instead, Terrence, you've just met this green lady, never seen a green person. Or you've met some half orcs, but not this shade of like vibrant green. She literally looks like she has bright green skin with a kind of leafy texture almost, and her hair is bright purple, and there are purple flowers growing in it. And in response to you meeting her, she puts the seeds in her mouth, and then she goes, yeah, and then proceeds to just completely choke. And like, it's not short, it's not like, it's like, and there's just like hawking and spewing seeds for a while. I'm gonna say a solid 30 or 40 seconds. There's some coughing at one point. Finally, Tell has to come up from behind and do a little bit of Heimlich. And when it all comes out, it just sprays seeds all over and a little onto you.
No.
And Ro,
I
you've
am
turned a darker shade of green from the lack of oxygen for a little bit.
after all of that, I immediately apologize.
Go ahead and roleplay.
And I go, oh, I'm so I'm so sorry. Here, if you don't mind, let me and like she's having trouble whistling because of all the seeds, and she's like, and she finally gets it, and she prestidigitates the seeds.
Okay. He like seeing that like every person's interaction with the seed spoon has always been different. And none has been so excited to eat any of the seeds Terrence gives to people because he's
Nor
a
had
bird.
such a negative reaction.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Well, he kind of just like lets it roll out and kind of just like in a happy, jovial tone, and like kind of looks at Greg, right? Or Craig?
Craig.
Craig. And Craig is a what again?
Dwarf.
Mika, would you like to briefly
Living
physically
thing?
describe your character? Briefly.
Yeah. So Craig is a dwarf barbarian. He's got some blonde hair and some burn marks on him because fire and stuff. And he's got piercing blue eyes. And and he's short. Like
Perfect.
a dwarf would be.
Heck yeah.
He also has a huge burn mark on one side of his head. No hair is growing there. He has this like kind of mid-growing goatee thing being braided onto two sides. He has this like Thor and Ragnarok like kind of laser line shaved side of the head with like a brief mohawk in the middle going back. Got some basic armor, a beautiful sword at his side, a warhammer across his back, yada yada.
Okay. In terms of F Moon Kai's like strength, how strong is this guy looking?
He looks stacked. There's armor.
Stacked. Okay.
There's no like cut off sleeves. Oh, and am I taking this from you, Mika?
Go ahead.
Okay. The dude looks like a 4 foot tall linebacker. He doesn't look like lean or cut necessarily, but he doesn't look big. Just, like kind of trim-ish, but he looks his shoulders are ridiculously wide, his thighs are huge, his calves are giant, his hands are big and wide. This dude looks like a fridge.
If we all had to resort to like having to eat one another, in a like disaster circumstance, y'all would probably want to go for Craig first.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a way to think.
Holy crap, Micah.
That helps me very much.
Wow.
He jovially looks at Craig and like during that whole coughing scenario, and just like remember something, grabs this like feather almost what would you think of it? Sort of like Robin Hood-esque cap, but also kind of
awesome.
Sailor cap. As I remember that this says adventurer's cap on my little sheet here. And he kind of like puts it in, and it's very wrinkled, and like the feather is no longer sticking up, and it's kind of like bent to the side because he continually takes it off whenever he goes into animal form. And he kind of just looks right back at Ro and says, "It's perfectly fine. It's honestly, it's both simultaneously the nicest and weirdest encounter with someone who I've ever given seeds to. I take
I
it
was
happily. Uh,
was I
and-
not supposed to eat them?
oh, whatever you do with my seeds is totally up to you. I love eating them, but I know other people have a hard time eating them, which is fine. It's just, I just, what? He like kind of thinks for a second. He's like, have you ever had like a quirky friend who likes to do random stuff? I had one many years ago, and he kind of like goes into a granddad kind of like talking to you about something not anywhere close to anything,
Yeah.
and he's like, he kind of just loved messing with people, and it kind of rubbed off on me. So I do this little bit to everyone I see, and if they like the seeds, that lets me know who they are, and they don't like the seeds, that lets me know who they are as well.
Oh, well, I like them. I can't chew them very well. I
As like the turkey gobble happens, and he kind of just like, I appreciate that very much. So Ro is your name, and Craig is your
correct.
name, and you have a crossbow, and you
This very tall, dark-skinned, he's kind of starting to get with an afro, wood elf with this like sort of layered brown leather armor, this little green half cape off to his side, crossbow at the side. He's got a little goatee. He's tall, sort of lithe, and he just nods and goes, blinking, kind of catching himself up with the madness going on. And he goes, "It's good to meet you. My name is Delundar. I'm part of the fun guys in this." And he kind of gestures, and then Greta, like very excitedly, goes, "Hi, I'm Greta." And she's this short gnomish woman. She's older, sort of like a little button nose, wide face, big brown eyes, curly like black gray hair, a lot of like she has this big vest cloak with a bunch of pockets on it and a long cape. She has this horrifying looking mace that's like a post of wood with like train track nails driven through it, and like a series of bags at her side, and she's got this big notebook on one hand, and she goes, "I'm Greta." And then she says a bunch of other really Abby things that are both strange and insightful.
Yes, okay. And he looks to the final person that he hasn't gotten the name of, and what is your name?
Me?
He like forgets that he already pointed at you and points at you again and says, yes, yours.
Oh, we just said mine. I'm Greta.
He like looks back at Greta, looks back at other Greta. He's like, I'm gonna need one of you to not have Greta's name because it's gonna be very confusing to keep you straight. Do you go by a middle name of some sort?
Yeah, my middle name's Bazz, actually. So
how about, can I call you Bazz?
Yeah. By all means.
Perfect.
Landon, for Terrence's sake, could you visually describe Bazz as everyone else has described their characters?
Oh, he looks like me, but with some wood and gray things. And he has red hair, and he has some leaves coming out of his hair, and he's got like a slender face, and he's dressed in kind of like. Does he still have leather armor on? Probably. Yeah,
Sure.
he has leather armor on, but it's not like standard, just solid pieces of leather, but like interwoven strips that kind of like coalesce like in a downward pattern down. Wearing he doesn't have his shadow cloak anymore, but he has a variety of like rings and like adornments of like items like covering his like arms and just standing kind of tall. Looks kind of young, but very much naturey, like with a glowing kind of box like enclosure that's draped around his side with a long brown strap that has like little slight rainbowy kind of like flashes that you'll see, just not flashes but like pulses, faster than a pulse but slower than a flash, somewhere in the middle.
Perfect.
Oh,
sorry, I was just gonna ask real quick. What is Jaci specifically, and what is Bazz specifically? Because I don't think Terrence has seen either of these maybe probably
has
before.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
We're
is not.
or I was gonna
So-
just describe myself a little more because
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I have my skin looks like it's like green, but it's like Zach said, but it's like the way I described it is like like a young tree wood, like when like you have like wood that's really young and you peel it
Yeah.
back and it's like green, and then her hair is like it's black, but when the sunlight hits it, it's this like iridescently purple, and she has like purple flowers growing in it, and she has like bright purple eyes that like fill up what is it called when you have the kind of like is it called sclera? We have
Sclera?
like the full like there's
sclera is
basically
the
any
white
white
part of your eye.
like or she has no white hardly.
Oh, okay.
It's like all purple, right?
Okay.
The sclera is the tip of the knee, right?
And she has a lute on her back, and I don't remember what else I was gonna say, but yeah, and a rapier to her
And-
side that she never uses.
Daniel, if you need reference, in the lore and reference channel in our Discord server, I just put character art of all the party members in.
Okay. Well, because Terrence has never seen these types of people before, he's gonna be like, Neve told me not to be rude, and I'm going to try to not speak like Nugget. But what are you two? Because I've never seen you before. I just want to keep it in my head what kind of race you are, because I've seen dwarves before, and he kind of looks at the other one. He's like, I've seen your kind before, because Daniel can't remember exactly
Wood
what elf.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've seen wood elves before, but I haven't seen you kind before. So would you mind telling me what it is? I'm obviously a turkey, for sure. If you can't already tell. He's like kind of touching his beak and then like fidgeting with different things all over his body, like with a feather, and plucks it out and puts it in his beak and does stuff like that.
Don't feel bad. I didn't even know what I was until I met Balls a couple months ago.
Oh.
And she kind of looks to Bazz to explain what we are, I guess.
We are half dryads.
Oh.
So
Oh.
when an elf and a dryad love each other very much,
Well, my
yes.
mother was a halfling, but
oh sorry,
I don't
when
know
a
what my
dryad
father was.
loves
I
another
guess a
humanoid
dryad.
very much, they sometimes we happen. So
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. I'm sure you have questions. But I do have one more question, if you don't mind me asking once more. What are you doing in my forest?
we're looking for a ghost.
No, we well, Saloon kind of gave a friend of ours like a vision of you to meet you, and
Of me?
we're looking for other stuff. She kind of stutters and looks at Bazz, and I don't know. We were told to find you, I think, right?
Huh.
And she looks to the rest.
Mm-hmm.
May I insight you, Jaci?
Yeah.
And Jaci, just in general, as a rule, whenever someone insights you, you can choose without telling them whether or not you want to do persuasion or deception. And you don't, I mean, Daniel knows because he's been listening, but
Yeah.
just as a general rule, whenever someone insights, you can always choose to do persuasion, deception. You don't have to tell them which.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Dude, I got a 14 as well.
Hell yeah. You can tell me what kind of conveying I get from your speech.
Yeah, I think I mean you can tell that I'm being kind of genuine. I don't even really understand myself though. Quite exactly why we were trying to find you. I am genuine about the fact though that we like wanted to find you. I just don't really, you can tell that I keep looking to like
Well-
my like compatriots of like we're not really sure why we were here, but
We
we found you.
we need to go to the Westwood, and we met Thespis in a bar, and he said he was going to take us to a shiny place, a church, and we went there, and I don't remember a whole lot since then. I haven't slept very well, but
Which
then he
which
went
church
there,
did you go to? By
Oh,
chance, I'm trying to interrupt.
the
But
one with all the maze around it that you had to
The-
go underwater and like slightly
the
drown and then come back to.
Crystal Cathedral.
The Crystal Palace.
oh, for F Moon Kai's favorite place. Yes.
Yeah, we know F Moon Kai. Yeah.
His eyes go very big, and he's like, "How do you know F Moon Kai?"
He makes
what-
really good soup.
Well, he
He
saved
does.
saved our lives. And he uncursed me. So
And he gave me a
Um,
really cool sword.
He serves
Yeah.
Helm now.
And he's taking care of my
Hmm.
family. Oh, I
yeah,
probably
he's
shouldn't say that.
in Bielsta right now, starting up a new church of
That was a joke, by the way.
Saloon.
I'm sorry.
No, you
Terrence.
could. Terrence kind of like as he's taking in all these different information, she's like, "Well, F Moon Kai's got a very exciting scrying mess, or not scrying message. What are we sending messages? In this upcoming week, I was going to talk to him again, but he's met you. That's awesome. He was a good adventurer. You know, he and I and my friend Nugget, not many years ago. How many years ago was it? What? Maybe
Last
like a year or two. Yeah. Anyway, that doesn't matter not. But we had a great time. You know, sometimes going through all of Zedge. I'm glad he has met you, and he didn't. F Moon Kai didn't kill any of you, did he?
No, he actually brought Gretta there back from the dead. Kill us?
Mm.
Wait,
It doesn't
so
seem like.
why would you ask that when we're do you think we're undead? Like,
Well, I don't know how many in your party are here and not alive anymore. You know, you said you were the
we've
fun
had
guys. I don't
close
know how many
calls,
big
but
you're.
not because of Ethan Kai, and he actually kind of saved us from those close calls.
That's
Well,
good.
he
that's
helped
good.
us. He helped us kill a general. So
You're still fighting the Empire.
yeah, we didn't mean to. We just
No,
kind of
they
made
just
him
keep hiding
mad, and
us, to be
he
honest.
he kind of followed us into a town, and so we were basically just trying to defend ourselves.
We try to live and let die, but they keep harping on the die part, you know?
Yeah.
You hear Ro go.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
At the mention of like the Empire and death, he kind of just like looks down very wearily for a little bit, and then Chop pops back up and Jovid on this, and he's like, "Well, if you're finding me, what? There's 1, 2,
Do you know how to get to the
4,
Westwood?
5. Oh yes, I've been there. Been there before.
Is it better than this wood?
Depends on what you find is better. But if you're talking about like magical things, it is a bit cooler in the magical aspects of things. But I think this wood is very natural, and look at all the beautiful things that have happened to it before. You know,
Pretty
and
sturdy.
he kind of
It's
like
pretty
starts
cool.
looking around. And he's like, those trees I planted almost a year ago and spent magic on them to make them as big as they are now.
Ooh.
And
Wow.
just well, you know, there are some weird things happening in this forest at the moment, but other than that, it's very nice. It's very
Like
quiet.
what?
What kind of weird things?
The ghost?
Oh.
Is it the ghost? You can tell
Hmm.
us. We
You-
want to
you
help
know-
it. We don't want to kill it.
Oh, I always want to kill ghosts. Those things always bother me.
So they're
but,
Do you
real.
kill a ghost?
oh, well, I mean, there's many things that are real that are of legend. But you know, it's summertime at the moment, and I just keep finding like ice and snow and trees with their leaves no longer on them, like they've gone into hibernation, and you know, I find animals in the burrows hibernating as well. It's really quite weird. It's not supposed to be
I have a
happening this
Climate
theory.
time.
change.
I have a theory. So, bear with me real quick, Terrence. This is just this is all ground level, okay? We had to fight some ice mephits on the way to the Crystal Keep yesterday, or
Ice
2-3 days
mephits.
ago. Sun's not very
Yesterday.
bright. I can't see a lot here, but we had to fight some ice mephits. And so I heard that when you guys took down the ice dragon, like forever ago or whatever, y'all, the Warriors of the Well sold him in parts to the people, right?
Sold him in parts to people. What?
Like-
And like he immediately kind of clams up and he's like, I don't really know what they did with that thing. But I'm sure whatever you've heard is probably correct.
What if someone got a piece of him and is like trying to like make his ice stuff like happen again, you know? Like what if they're trying to like ice it up around here? Because like we encountered this red scale and it, like from another dragon that's I'm not going to talk about, and it was not good. It was not good, and we had to do some stuff to get rid of it. But like, what if they have like an ice scale from this guy? You know, like what can they do? What if they try to like make like little bitty clones of him or something?
I want to say Ro is like over there, like having a visually mental like breakdown, almost like like the meme of like the woman doing the math. She's like
Yeah.
there trying to put it together and like, oh my god, like she's like
They cut off his
freaking out.
head and then sold it to somebody. Like, what if they just attach like the head like to like a mechanical body, like they did in the last Godzilla movie?
Mechanical. What are you
and-
talking about, Bulls? A movie?
Sorry,
What is a
that's
movie?
my bad.
Godzilla.
Never mind. Scratch that last
That-
part.
A little
But
a
that-
little blood runs out of Bazz's nose.
If that monster ever
It's
rises
like-
again, it will be a very grim sighting. But anyway, why don't we continue this discussion back at my house? You seem like fine folk, and obviously have killed ice methods. I've killed ice methods in the past.
Hey,
It's pretty nice. It'd be nice to have some people over. I hope Neeft isn't too mad at me, but I'll still get over it. I've done some good today. Yeah. Would you mind following me? And he goes to a tree nearby and kind of like touches it, and it like slowly morphs back into a wooden staff that has like the remnants of tree roots on the top of it. As he kind of like, now I've got my staff. Let's head on. Follow. He kind of slowly starts making his way towards a specific direction.
Ro goes, oh my god, there's two of them.
Fun guys, do you follow behind?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Ro is like excitedly scurrying behind him.
Excellent.
You've only ever seen her this fangirl over like like Dragon Bard
The
man.
king.
No, she wasn't like she was attracted to the king. She wasn't fangirling over him.
Okay.
It's hard to tell the difference.
in the course of this walk, as Terrence sort of like Terrence, am I wrong in guessing that you have a sort of like jaunty, like Winston Churchill, purposeful walk, or am I wrong about that?
I mean, he's gonna do that for a little bit, but then he'll like slow down if the party needs him to slow down. But he's got a normal pace that he sets. Yeah.
As he moves so naturally and joyfully through the forest, creatures often come close to him in the course of his travel, much like Bazz. At some point, a centipede like sort of like emerges from underneath leaf litter, like sort of like crawls up onto a foot, is there for a little bit, and then crawls back into leaf litter. A series of songbirds like sort of flutter by, tweet around his head, and move on. And at one time, from quite a ways off, a very large bobcat sort of like emerges from around a tree and just walks beside him for a while before branching off. And he just seems to have a closeness and an intimacy with the wood, and creatures just continue to sort of like come near him and then go away.
Bazz is literally a Disney princess, but like with bugs.
No, this isn't me. This is Terrence.
Oh, this is
Mhm,
Terrence.
mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you ever have to
I
settle land
misunderstood.
disputes? Like, what if
Um,
like a family of chipmunks and another family of chipmunks like arguing over a tree or something? And like, what do you do?
Oh, I just make another tree.
That's a great solution. We should do that
Wow.
everywhere.
I think so too.
Anti-Thanos.
It's great. Pardon me, if Bosh, what is your specialty? I hear you are the fun guys. What do you do in your group?
He's
I
an accountant.
I'm an accountant. I keep the money.
Oh, I
And I
understand
just
that
found out
very
about it a
much.
few months ago. So I'm still, if you know anything that you want to pass along, let me know because I'm still learning for sure.
Never put your seeds where your coin is. It doesn't mix well.
What if I don't have
but-
any seed? Do I need seed for the money?
oh, do you need some seed? And he like reaches into this cavernous bag and like pulls out this handful of seeds. Like I can help you with your seed collection. It's very
Thank you.
very helpful when you're meeting animals for the first time, meeting people for the first time. It's really a racket. It's gonna
Okay.
come up soon. Everyone's gonna be doing it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Everyone's gonna be doing
He just puts a handful of seed of berries, and maybe a copper piece. Who knows? Maybe he doesn't even know his own helpful thing. And he says, but it seems that you are naturally inclined. Would it be fair to call you some sort of ranger or druid?
Yeah. Yeah, I do magic with the plants and stuff like you sometimes.
What? And he like kind of looks around. He's like, what circle are you? I carry on the first flame with my mentor of so many years ago, but it's a delicate fire that I have to keep burning everywhere. Well, what do you do, perchance?
I make things go crazy, Um,
Yeah, including all
but I
of
also have a
us.
great deal of respect for the fireplaces too. I have this book, and I pull out the Hundens book that I have, and I say, "You." It sounds like you know the guy that had this.
Well,
He has
I
a
mean,
poem.
To
know
be
the guy
clear,
is.
Bazz has just produced a brown journal that you have no other information about it yet.
And I hand it to him. Say,
Who
I
wrote
learned some
who
cool
wrote
stuff from
this one?
this.
This is Jaci's mentor. She always talks about him in such great links. Sadly, I was only a fledgling turkey at the time and didn't really understand it all. But I think I've seen his stag somewhere. But this is quite beautiful. Very good, very good. Um, so you do the druid aspect, and
I do.
uh, uh, he looks back and he's like, uh, remind me your name. And he looks at Jackie's character. What is it? One more time.
That's Gretta.
Row in a green bottle, but you can just call me Row. Yeah.
Row. A row in a green bottle. What a beautiful name.
Thank you.
What are you also naturally inclined, since you are also half dryad as Bazz is here?
Well, I'm not quite like Bazz is, but I've been doing magic for quite a while, and I produce it with my lute here, but I didn't quite put two and two together. I've always kind of been in tune with plants, pun intended, in tune. um, and yeah, I can speak to my fair share of plants and animals and do a little bit, not nearly as much as Balls, but I guess because of my heritage or whatever, that's why I've always been kind of, I don't know, one with nature, I guess.
Fair enough. I'm sure the lilies and the wildflowers love to hear your songs in spring.
Oh, I hope so.
It's immaculate thing. I've been recently doing this thing where I speak kind words and give seeds to this one flower, and then um, I I can't help but I can't speak bad things to another flower, but I kind of just speak not as many good things. And it seems like the one that hears the good things from my flower seems to grow better. I don't know if it's one of those I don't know. I'm not a learned man, or a learned turkey, but I think that's some type of effect somewhere. And he like
Interesting.
shifts right over to the dwarf and he says, "Craig, you seem to be very
Yep.
astute with people. What and quite muscular, I must say. Are you in the realm of my friend Efun Kai?"
Um, I mean, I maybe, but I'm definitely not as cool or as magical as him.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
but I am specialized in something that we like to call bonk. So
Mm. My
that's where this this weapon goes on someone's head when necessary.
yes. You know,
I
that's
inflict bonk.
inflict bonk. You know, I think
Yes.
my friend Nugget had some type of phrase like that, but he wasn't bonking people. He was like shooting them with arrows. There was this one
Oh.
time, uh, we were going up to the rebels in the south of Zedge, and you know we were coming up, and he just fired straight into them after seeing tons of them with archers and things like this, and he just was like, "No, I'm going to try to fire at one," and he did, and just nailed him and killed him. Um, Thankfully, there was someone with a diamond nearby, but he was also an administrator of bonk, but I don't know what to call that. You should come up with a word for like bonking people from afar of some sort.
Range bonk.
Ranged bonk. I like your style, Craig. I like
Sneaky
it a lot.
bonk.
You talk a lot about this guy Nugget.
Yes.
What happened to him? Where
You know, that's a great question. I've been asking myself that for months now.
Oh.
Last I heard, he was with this crew called the Chain Smokers. No, not the Chain Smokers. It was
Inspiration.
the Chain Stewards. That's what it was. Sorry.
Do they
Oh, we-
steward chains?
We've run into them a few times, I think.
Really? Have you seen a corvum? You know, one of those like you're like a smaller bird person like I am, but much more sneaky and much more chaotic.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, if you've met Nugget, you would have. There's no denying Nugget as a person. Oh, this
Why
one
is he-
time he was.
Oh.
Oh, tell me, Ash, I don't mean to speak too much. I just
I'm
have so
sorry,
many
Landon.
stories.
sorry. Go on.
Hit me with Lando.
Do we remember seeing a Corvin with the Chain Stewards when we met them?
You recall there was not a Corvin with the Chain Steward.
Okay.
Distinct lack.
There was a distinct lack of Corvin with the Chain Stewards when we saw them, so he may not be there anymore. He may have like gone south
For the
For the
winter.
winter.
for the summer.
Dang it, Landon. Inspiration.
Oh,
That sounds just like Nugget. But Nugget, he was Craig. You were asking about him. I was just going to go rambling into a story, but yes, tell me.
Oh, I was wondering where he got his name. Was he born with it, or was it a nickname given to him?
Great question. His parents live in the west of Zedge. They're very rich. From what I remember. I haven't been over there in a while. Thank you, Craig. I really need to go see Nugget's family again. I think it was his name, though. He had these grand ideas of starting a company, and then promptly didn't do that. Instead, he got really good at killing things. Very well at them. And then he was under my.
Go on. You're good.
No, he was under my wing for a little bit. I had this one time. You know, I think this exemplifies Nugget in the best way possible. We were on a boat going from down the Bruggen, and then we were on a boat from there to where the rebels were, and we had this really crazy boat person. I don't know if boatswain or whatever you want to call him. And he was, being crazy. But the Nugget decided, I really need to go to the bathroom. And so he just pulled down his trousers and off the boat he went. And it was terrifying at the time. I had to turn into a shark and grab him and bring him back to the boat. But he almost died. But we got him back safe and sound. And he just fell right to sleep afterwards. I think that's perfectly what Nugget does most of the time. Does something insane and then, just is comfortable with the insanity and keeps walking.
Did he ever get to use the bathroom?
I
do that in the water?
suppose. I think he did. I didn't taste anything when I picked him up. So
Craig,
Oh,
Craig, it sounds like you and Nugget.
why?
It sounds like you and Nugget might get along.
Why? Because we both poop. Everybody poops. Well,
No.
actually, I don't know.
Thank you. I just answered my question.
Oh, he could have opened up a business called like Nuggets Gold, because Gold Nugget. Huh.
We're gonna be in a bank.
Gold business is booming this year.
Fair
It's
enough. Fair enough.
always booming.
You are the
Everybody's trying to get
accountant,
more of it
so
for sure.
Actually, no, that's dynamite business. Aha.
Everybody I meet asks
Wow.
about gold, so I just think it's if you were at least starting a business, I would start the gold business for sure.
fair. And you said you were the fun guys. What
We are fun.
exploits have you done? Tell me about some of your business before you got here. I would love to hear more stories. And like
Well,
in the same way that like an old person who hasn't had anyone to talk to in months, that's very much what Terrence is giving off in vibes. He just wants to continually talk through this whole thing.
There was one time
we're-
where we got a house.
yeah, but that
Like-
didn't last very long.
It didn't.
Oh,
No.
We're kind of
The
on the run.
bourgeoisie didn't want us workers owning property and land with the mechanisms of
Mm.
production.
We're kind of on the run after killing Dolgoth, I guess, and
Terrence, could you give me a history check?
I would love to give you a history check. Yeah, sure.
Also, this is just a quick check. Do I sound full volume to you guys?
you sound a
You
little
sound
low
regular.
now.
Okay.
You
Just checking.
sound-
My waveforms are just small, but as long as I sound good, I sound good. What'd you get, Daniel?
I got a nat 20 for 21.
Dude.
Let's go.
You recall so much information.
Ye and dare I say ha, my friend.
Terrence, you recall that Dolgoth, also known as the Wandering Death and the Searing Agony, not deceased to your knowledge, mainly because you're a bit of a recluse who focuses on the communities you visit rather than the world at large. Dolgoth is, and you guess now was, one of the 5 Kefkin generals. And again, you're not a man of global politics, but you are very familiar with the power structure of the Empire simply because you were previously oppressed by them and then in open rebellion to them. So you are aware that this would be one of the 5 generals who helped the generals, in a sense, run the Empire below the Emperor. This compares to Kisk. So you are very familiar with the vague concept of how powerful and deadly this individual would be. And with a nat 20, even in your limited sense, you are aware that Dolgoth was kind of like the assassin. So he played a slightly different role than all the other generals, where the other generals were conquerors and stewards over nations incorporated by the Empire. Dolgoth was kind of like the attack dog of the Empire and occupied a very different role. And he was deadly, and where he went, people always died. And so you imagine his death would be a great consequence in whatever way you interpret that. And from your knowledge of Kisk, to have killed Dolgoth must be a great feat.
Wow, that's incredible. Wow. I can see why the Empire wouldn't like you after that.
Yeah.
How was that? Is that where? And he like kind of looks and he's like, "Is that where Greta died?"
Oh yeah.
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 Greta just looks sad recalling it and gets pretty quiet because in some way that we haven't been role-playing, she's also been participating in conversation, but we continue.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up such a horrible memory, but I
it's
almost
okay.
died too. It was also a
How
rough
sad.
time.
Hmm.
Is it too personal to ask that? I'm sorry.
A personal smershmal. But
Personal schmershimal.
I was, we the change stewards captured Nugget after Nugget may have been speaking a little too much after ingesting some type of drug. And he
Sounds like Nugget.
it really does, the more things I bring up about him, it's just like, well, what else could Nugget do though? And they had a druid of their own, and they were quite stronger than us now that I recall back. And I was lifted in the air by a bird. And then I couldn't do anything, and the bird dropped me about from like 80 feet in the air, and I splattered on the ground. And then they brought me back to life and took me to a very horrible man. But yeah, death really leaves a sting upon your body that is such an incredible toll.
Did the man happen to be Thimnen?
Sinman.
What?
The one who you mean the incorrigible man who I do not like very much?
Yes, that guy.
No. Thinman, I don't recall the name.
That name does
Thinman
not
very
ring
well.
a bell. Yeah, that name does not ring a bell.
I was talking about one of the insufferable leaders of the empire of the town.
Got it. Yeah, insufferable.
Yeah. But now they're gone.
Aren't they?
So
Yeah.
True.
Terrence, if, and that is an if, you do not have to, if you want to try and remember the name of that individual, you could give me a very low DC history check, but there's no pressure. You could also just be like, don't care.
I don't think Terrence ever actually really questioned Nugget about any of that. He was just like, this happened. So it just didn't cross his mind. But he's like, so you've killed Dolgos.
Yeah.
And then Saloon has directed you to my forest.
Yeah.
Was it Viscit?
At the name of that, whole demeanor changes, and he kind of just nods very, very slowly.
Yeah.
I think at the mention of Viscit's name too, Ro can say Dolgoth's name all over the place. She even says Zorgrim's name all over the place. But when Bazz says Viscit, even she loses like her demeanor. It's like she has like a shiver run down her spine. She hates that man.
What did he do to her again?
Well, I was from Zedge, so I know
that's
all
right,
the
yeah.
stuff he did. Plus, I just hate him.
Yeah.
He's Rose's least favorite person on the planet.
A deplorable man.
Yeah.
He's a nasty, nasty boy. Nasty.
Yeah, he doesn't like us very much either.
If I was to change one
proper goodbye as we came here.
So he's still in the Empire then?
Yeah, most definitely.
And like you see a bit of wheels turning in his head, and he's like, you didn't bring him to Zedge, did you?
I don't think so.
The only thing we brought with us is a hunger for adventure.
Ro gets a weird look on her face. Yeah, Saloon, I think directed us towards you a little bit. Our friend had dreams of her, and I've had dreams of her, and I kind of met her a few days ago. That was but yeah,
incredible, one might say. I think Afmoon Kai and like in the fuzzy memory of my character Zach, I remember Afmoon Kai meeting Saloon, but I don't remember if we were there in on the meeting of it.
You remember that Afmoon Kai was, I mean, very distinctly you remember that he was always on about Saloon, that you found him in a temple of Saloon in the east. And you remember that he was her devoted acolyte, and that he did, at the height of your exploits, receive like kind of like vague, he heard her voice a number of times, and that when you all departed, he told you that he was going to follow his calling to sort of like restore her faith around the world and rejuvenate her temples and champion her cause.
Yeah. That is quite new. Have been noticed by the gods. I'm sorry to have and like in the walking, he's been growing more and more, even though he seems looser around you, as like a lot of maybe tension that he was ready to try to attack any of you, if you seemed bad, and he kind of is like, if God has granted you visions, I don't know, good gun at that. I can't see why Neef would dislike any of you. So
why who would dislike us?
My wife, Neeft. She's a beautiful, elegant, slender, and he's like going on with all these adjectives. He's like, curt and noble and sneaky and just a beauty to behold.
Curt and noble and sneaky.
She
Greta.
she's the apple of my eye, the feather of my and then he like kind of stops. He's like, I probably shouldn't say that one. But many other things to me that I just hold dear very, very, very dearly. And also gets incredibly mad sometimes when I bring too many friends home. But hopefully he won't be doing that today.
Ro, could I get a history check from you?
Yeah.
And could I get a perception check from anyone proficient with perception?
Does that
or with a
mean I
modifier above 4?
does that mean I do both?
Mm-hmm.
I got a
Okay.
nat 20 again.
Heck
Heck
yeah.
Plus 5. So
21.
25.
Okay.
21 as well.
Dang,
Okay.
guys.
On my history check, I got a dirty 20.
Heck yeah.
And on my perception check, I got a 23.
This is a high rolling. Man, you guys really are level 10.
We took it from
And Terrence, what did you
Abe.
say you got?
21.
Okay.
21?
So, man, everybody's proficient in perception. That's cool.
I got a bonus of higher than 4.
I got
Yeah,
a
that's true,
plus
that's true.
10 to perception.
Holy crap. Okay, so Ro, for history, we'll start there. You know who Neeft is. She is one of the less famous members of the Holy Hunters. You know the least about her, but from what you can deduce, having, heard greatly about your nation and your departure from it, through many rumors. Again, she's one of the members you could deduce the least about. But from what you could gather, she was a very untalkative member of their group, a Vulpin woman, so a fox woman, and had a skill set similar to Telos. And so that's wild. That means 2 members of the Holy Hunters got married. So that's new information. And then
Sorry, it just occurred to me that I remember I was looking at my notes from way back when we created Ro, and I have her name written down. So that's
Mhm.
cool.
Heck yeah.
And then, Terrence, I should have specified that this check doesn't necessarily apply to you because it's a check about you, but you do notice on your own person, as everyone else notices very keenly. At this point in Terrence's talking, his hands, they have digits. They have like kind of claw digits like a bird, but they're feathers kind of growing out of the knuckles, and like it conceals his digits very well. He is a feathered person. Also, really quickly, Daniel, do I remember correctly that you have this kind of like simple hide vest and like kind of
Mhm.
pantaloons? Do I remember that correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also like a raccoon skull that's hanging down like a necklace. A very small one, but one that he favors and is well worn.
Gotcha. And as you all hear him talking about this, you notice what you couldn't see below the feathers before. On his left hand, on his ring finger, there is a ring, not of metal, nor of wood, but of white dragon hide. Very thin strip going around his finger.
That is so metal.
It is very metal. It is a sick detail. And in this long walk and talk, you all eventually come upon. You've been traveling for what we'll say, like in the course of all this conversation, and also there was a very long period of this where Gretta talked to you for almost 30 minutes straight, and so much important roleplay happened, Terrence. And after about an hour or 2 of walking in this way, having traveled for like 2 days at this point, you all come upon a kind of a large clearing in the forest where the dense short canopy opens up, and the topography here is not perfectly level nor terribly hilly. It's fairly level with like occasional small like kind of molehill mounds of earth that rise and fall slightly, and you all pass by a series of small streams that branch apart. And as you've been moving steadily up and up in elevation, you all come across a slight depression in the earth, and in this open clearing is a large meadow space, and you all can see again fresh blue sky, which is beginning to dim slightly as you get into late afternoon, but not a lot. there's a couple of lazily floating clouds, and the clearing is beautiful because there are all of these dense conifers at its rim. And there's a great depression in the earth here. You imagine that at one point there probably would have been a pond, but for some reason it is now dried. And around the edge of this sort of like most minute of meadows, there is a very large ring of deep green grass. And at its center, where two kind of mounds sort of meet together, there is this open lower area of earth, maybe another like 5-foot drop in elevation. And at the front of them, in between the two larger naturally formed mounds, there's this great pile of earth, itself covered in pine litter and with flowers growing up all over it. And there's a door, a wooden circular door in the front of it, very much like a hobbit hole. But the door doesn't seem, you don't see a handle on it. It doesn't seem terribly in use at the moment. And growing all over like the walls and roof of this are just flowers and grasses. And there's this mound here in the center. And then to the right, there is this great large tree, very different from all the others you've seen so far in the forest. It's this magnificent oak, maybe like 50 or 60 feet high, with like an 80-foot wide canopy at its largest. And it has this very large, broad base with this like sort of large slit sliver in the front, kind of close together. These large roots that branch out into the ground very nearby the central mound in the middle, and they just rest at the center of this clearing. And all in front of this depressed area, in front of what appears to be this mound with the wooden, maybe a door of some sort, maybe some sort of a wall. There are like flower rows growing up, and it's very peaceful, and there's light coming down. It's lovely here. Birds flutter by, rabbits dart in between. It's beautiful.
This is absolutely gorgeous, Terrence.
Thank you very much. I had this. He like points to the little hobbit hole, and he's like, "This little hole is where I made my little dwelling when Jaci awakened me. But obviously, Neeft and I need more room, and if we have people or anything come, I like to have a bigger place. So this tree right here is actually where we're going to go. And I she won't get as mad if you are with me. She can't say no. So just
Oh
come
my
on up, but
Um,
perhaps put away your weapons. Neeft is not a fan of people coming into her abode with weapons
Where do I need to put them?
brandished. Just behind your back in some way or something like this,
Without
keep-
missing a beat, Greta like opens up the pockets of her cloak with like a fervent energy on her face.
He dumps them in there.
Okay. Craig or Terrence, from these small pockets in Greta's cloak, I mean like Mary Poppins' bag, Craig's weapons just fully disappear into it.
That is amazing. You have like a
Yeah.
Tello does the same, drops in a crossbow, a knife,
She has
bolts,
very
a
hungry
knife,
pockets.
a knife.
I
Mm.
drop in my rapier.
Okay.
Is the loot all right to stay on?
I mean, as long as you don't cast anything from it, you want to sing with it, that's fine. But
Of course, yeah.
she's not scared of loot. Oh, that would be funny to have someone scared of a loot, though.
Well, I mean, you can do some damage with it, I guess, if you bonk on someone like Craig. Never tried
Oh,
Oh
it.
yeah.
I
Rose
feel
just
like
slings it on her back.
she might be able to stab a bit before you bonk her. But
yeah. I
um,
wouldn't. I just
very good, very good.
This is
Did
going
I
really
tell
well.
you how foxy she was? She's just amazing. Anyway, and he like leads
That
up.
was such a
and,
bad pun. You're a bad
you
person.
get a legitimate chuckle out of Rose.
and he's like, Neeft, I'm home, and I brought friends. Very, very well-known friends of mine. Yes. And kind of like is leading you up to the tree.
And with Terrence calling out to the tree, that's where we'll end episode 92. Because we're already over the 2-hour mark. So Daniel, thank you for being on the podcast, Chi.
We always love Daniel
Any-
on the podcast.
Any words of wisdom from anyone?
Raccoon.
Raccoon. Listener, we back. I guess we weren't gone. I don't know. Fun stuff. We have a Christmas special coming out soon after this, as we do often each year. So keep your eye out for that. Patreon's cool. A lot of the resources we've moved from the website, which has been closed, as we previously discussed in episodes, have been moved to the Patreon. So if you're interested, that is cool. Landon, it looks like you had a thing. Or you're just making faces.
Huh?
Good.
answer.
But anyway, standard BDD stuff, as you know. Life is an incredible adventure. You are a very important part of it. Everybody together now.
Jazz.
Skibbity wop dada.
Da-da.
Jazz.
See.
And Jaci.